I'm gonna be honest, I'm kind of like 10% thinking about makeup right now, 90% thinking about a burrito. Alright, so today we have March Raves and Rejects. I'm all over the place today. I just filmed 2 other videos, so apologies that I look the same. I'm basically gonna be away from YouTube for like a week and a half, so I'm pre-recording videos and editing videos today. I'm in the middle of filming a leopard robe vlog. I'm in the middle of moving right now. Life's kind of crazy. Or making raves and rejects. So I actually have a decent amount of makeup products this month that I'm in love with, and I'm super excited to share with you guys. Literally no idea how it's already April. I feel like it should still be like February right now, but it's been sunny in Seattle. Not complaining. Alright, what are we gonna start out with? So I'm going to start out with the eyeshadow palette that's on my eyes right now. I filmed a shadow and schmooze video on the eye look I'm wearing right now. I'll link it over here if the video is up. So this is the Gracias palette by the Solo Look. David from Solo Look is awesome. He sent me this palette just to try out, and I completely fell in love with it. The shade Natalia is literally the most beautiful champagne color. I'm wearing it on my lids right now. I'm also wearing it on my cheeks as a highlight. I've been wearing this every single day as a highlight on my face, and if you have fair skin, this is seriously perfect. Like, I would get this palette just for the highlight. It's the only highlight that I felt comfortable wearing to work because it doesn't look like super crazy highlight. It just gives you such a pretty glow. The other shades are gorgeous as well. Let's just swatch them for you guys. So here are the shades. These are super pigmented, super soft. I love the formula of these. You get a really decent size of each product. The packaging of this is really interesting because it has a bunch of Instagrammers' names on it. So I asked David what was going on, what's the story behind this thing, and they basically created the Gracias palette as a thank you to Instagrammers who were supporting them as a company, and I thought that was just really cool and unique and something that I really appreciated. David was awesome and gave you guys a coupon code, so if you want to check this out, you can use the code thataylaa 600 and it's for 15% off, and I think it's lasting for a month, so if you want to get your hands on this guy, you should do it. I have 3 foundations that I want to mention. The first one is the Rimmel Lasting Finish 25-Hour Comfort Serum Foundation. I have a whole video review on this product and I basically raved about it, and I think this is an amazing foundation, probably one of my favorite foundations I've tried in a while. Unfortunately, I found that this like severely broke me out. I can't really use it on my face anymore. I'm super bummed, but if you don't have acne prone skin, you should be fine. I think there's something in Rimmel products that like massively break me out. I can't use the Rimmel Stay Matte Powder, even though I love that too. I can't use that because it literally gives me like cystic acne worse than I already have. It's seriously perfect though. This gives you a full coverage face, but it still looks like skin and it lasts for frickin' ever. I'm pissed. So after I realized that that was causing like mountainous regions on my face, I started using, what is all over this? I started using this combination. This is the L'Oreal Infallible Pro Matte mixed in with the e.l.f. Acne Fighting Foundation in Porcelain. I realized that over the last like year since I've been using this and mixing it in with stuff, I've had not the lightest shade. So I picked up the lightest shade, which is Porcelain, and this is obviously the lightest shade of Pro Matte. I'm not like the hugest fan of the finish of this on its own. I don't like a super matte face, and that's what this gives me. So I like to mix it in with the e.l.f. Acne Fighting Foundation just to give it a little more of like a natural looking finish. This one's pretty dewy and this is pretty matte, so mixed together, these seriously last all day. I don't powder my face with this. I think that's because of this guy. You can go literally all day and this will stay on. So I've been enjoying mixing these together. Do you remember when e.l.f. was only $1? I have another face product I want to mention, and that's the Maybelline Fit Me Concealer in the shade 15 Fair. I know that this is not the lightest shade, but the shade 10, I think it's 10 Porcelain or 10 Ivory or something, is actually a lot darker than 15 Fair. So if you've tried out this concealer and it was way too dark for you, try the shade 15. This was one of those products that I just never picked up because I have not been a fan of the Fit Me foundation or powder or anything. This just did not appeal to me at all. I finally picked this up. I don't even know why. I think I was just at Fred Meyer and it was like on sale. Holy shit, you guys, this is freaking amazing. I haven't even been reaching for my NARS Creamy Concealer, and that's saying a lot because that is like my holy grail concealer. It is unreal. This definitely isn't as full coverage as the NARS concealer, but the consistency of this is just amazing. It blends out so well. It's creamy, but it's not like, it doesn't slide around, and I find that this creases a lot less than the NARS concealer. Don't get me wrong, I still love my NARS, but this stuff for just kind of an everyday concealer is what I've been reaching for, It isn't super light, so if NARS Chantilly is like perfect for you, this is definitely way darker than that. I don't mind it, and it actually works for me because I use the Physicians Formula translucent correcting powder, and that like just lightens your concealer up perfectly. It works completely fine for me. It stays all day without creasing, and it's just beautiful. Then I have another product that I picked up from the Fred Meyer trip, which I mentioned in the vlog. This is the Physicians Formula Paris Daily Defense Bronzer. This has SPF 30, which I didn't even realize. This is their new City Glow line. Why is that flashing? I Instagrammed a photo of these. I think they have 2 or 3 different ones. I got the Paris bronzer because it looked the lightest. And the thing that appealed to me about this is that there's like a cool tone shade right here, and then there's a warmer one. So if you just want to contour, you can use the cool tone one. If you want to just warm up your face, you can mix them both or just use the top one. I don't typically contour or use bronzers or anything in the morning before work, just because it's not something I feel like I need to do. But I've been reaching for this, and I just like the warmth that it gives my face. I feel like this is the first kind of bronzer that I really like the look of it on my skin tone. I'm wearing it today. It's probably toned down from the lights. There is a gold overlay that comes on here. I just like wiped it off with my finger, but it'll probably last you a couple uses if you like the gold overlay. Otherwise, this is pretty matte. I love the packaging of this. It's just matte black and sleek, and I like it. So next I have a face oil. This is the Pura d'Or Argan Oil Acne Treatment Solution. I've been looking for an argan oil that's like okay for acne. I know some people say that argan oil can help your acne. I just like really don't trust putting additional oil on my face, especially when I have like cystic acne. It just feels wrong. But when I saw this was an acne treatment solution and I looked at the ingredients, it has argan oil, tea tree oil, lavender oil, cedarwood oil, a shit ton of other oils. I've actually really been enjoying this. I've been using this for about a month and a half now, and the texture of my skin just feels amazing. I think it's in combination with the Walgreens Studio 54. What's the number? The face cream that I mentioned in my last Raves and Rejects video, I put a couple of drops on my face and then I wait a couple minutes, let it absorb, and then I put on the night cream, and my skin just feels amazing in the morning. Besides my acne, my actual consistency and like texture of my skin has significantly improved, and it feels really nice. Like it feels really healthy and plump. I also like this because it's an oil, but it absorbs super quickly and super nicely into your skin. About every other day I use this in the morning as well, and it does not leave your skin oily. You can put foundation or primer or whatever over top and it just absorbs really nicely into your skin. It does smell pretty like strong and naturally. It smells kind of like a mix of tea tree oil and argan oil. I like the smell of tea tree oil, so it doesn't really bother me, but if you have acne or you're trying to get rid of your acne scars and you want a good face oil, I would check this one out. So then I have 3 lip products. The first are 2 Essence products that I also got from the Fred Meyer trip. This is the Essence lip liner in 06 Satin Mauve. So there's Satin Mauve. This is the XXL long-lasting lip gloss in the shade Soft Nude, which this is not a lip gloss at all. This is such a pretty lip cream. I don't think that these are super long-lasting. I mentioned these in the vlog video as well and like swatched them and tried them on and stuff. The lip cream isn't super long-lasting. I've just been obsessed with liquid lipsticks lately, and this smells like cake. It smells exactly like the Stila Stale Day liquid lipstick. It smells so good. If you like that like muted kind of Kylie Jenner nude, these 2 together are perfect, or just this one on its own. And Essence is like insanely affordable. I think this was like $1.50 and this is $3 or something. You need to try them out. Then we're throwing it back. I went through my makeup and I was getting rid of stuff and reorganizing and whatever, and I came across the Revlon lip butters. Comment down below if you remember these freaking lip butters. How kind of baby lips had their moments. I feel like these were all the rage. Like, when was that? Probably like 4 years ago. But I came across this one, and this is in the shade 95 Creme Brulee, and I remember that this was one of... It doesn't smell like anything. I remember that this was one of my favorite shades, and it's basically just kind of like a darky nude. I just keep this in my purse and throw it on at work. I usually don't like to reapply lipstick at all throughout the day, so this is just easy because I don't need a mirror. I can just put it on and it gives me some color. So my last rave of the month is a perfume, and this is the Burberry Brit perfume. I think I mentioned this, I don't even know how long ago that was, probably like 5 or 6 months ago in a Raves and Rejects video. I rediscovered it because my friend that was staying with me a couple weekends ago, she was like borrowing my perfume and sprayed it, and perfume always smells so different on other people. I feel like you don't realize how much you like it until you smell it on someone else. I never realized how good it smelled. It smells like so sophisticated but fresh. So I've been using this every single day again. I went through a phase with this. The phase is back. So I'm actually remembering my rejects this month. Shocker. And I have 3. So the first one is the Makeup Revolution liquid eyeliner. There's not any kind of name on here, it just says Makeup Revolution. I've liked pretty much everything I've tried from Makeup Revolution except for this. It's super black, but the issue is that, first of all, the wand is a little strange. It looks like it's going to be good because it's super fine, but it literally like curves. Even if you curve it against the shape of your eye, it's just super difficult to apply. You can't go over your stroke or it'll completely wipe off what you already put on. Just not a fan at all, would not recommend this. Going in the trash. My second reject of the month is Bare Minerals Well Rested Illuminator. This is in the shade Clear. I got this off GlamBot. I don't know if the one that people like, if there's like a concealer version of this or something, but this is in the shade Clear and I just assumed that that meant it was the lightest shade. But this is just kind of like completely pointless to me. It's basically like a little bit of an illuminator. I can barely see it on my hand, so you guys probably won't be able to see it. As far as I understand, it's supposed to be kind of an illuminator for the under eyes to make you look more awake and kind of brighten everything up. I tried it by itself, which did absolutely nothing. I also tried mixing it in with concealers. I tried putting it like on top of my concealers. It just really didn't work for me and it just feels kind of pointless. Let me know if you guys have tried Well Rested and which shade or whatever you like, because this just really didn't do it for me. The last reject is the Becca Ultimate Coverage Complexion Cream. I asked you guys probably a couple months ago now if you wanted to see a review on this, and I can't even like fully test it out for a review because the lightest shade is so freaking orange. It's not even dark, but it's like straight up orange. It's still in the box because I am going to be returning this because I'm not happy with it at all. It's not just a reject because of the shade for me. First time I applied it without mixing it into anything just to see if the shade could work. It reminds me kind of exactly of the Kat Von D Lock It Tattoo foundation. I know some people love that foundation, so if you like that, you might like this foundation. It just feels super heavy to me and cakey. Kat Von D I can make work because I mix it in with either moisturizer or another foundation that's kind of dewier. This one is just not exactly what I look for in a foundation, so I'm going to be returning this one to Sephora, and I'm not going to have a whole review on this because, like I said, the shade didn't work for me and I just feel like I don't have enough to say about it. So that was March Raves and Rejects. If you guys like this video and you like Raves and Rejects videos, give it a thumbs up so I know. I feel like I just said that exact sentence like a week ago for February Raves and Rejects. Crazy. Comment down below with what your guys' favorite products of March were. I want to know. Love you guys. Thanks for watching. See you in my next video. Bye.
Hey,
What's up?
I have a quick question. You know that Japanese tape that you are making little day planners and things out of?
The what? Oh, washi tape?
That washi tape, yeah.